Good evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. And today we are back with more Cupid Parasite, continuing on with Shelby's route, or Snail's route, depending on Shelby Snail's route. Last time, just as it was all going rather well, he decided to hold a press conference to tell everyone that he did not, in fact, actually have a wife. And then went and drank and got depressed. We found him in a bar, and we comforted him, and I don't know where we're going to go from here. And hello, Nick and Ethel. Let's get into it. And from there, I couldn't leave Mr. Snail here drunk. I returned with him to Parasite House. Shelby, I brought you some water. I'm coming inside. Sleeping Snail. I entered the room and Mr. Snail was already asleep. He was completely out of balance while drunk earlier, but he's already changed out of his clothes. He's so proper even in times like this. Mr. Snail had lived alone all along, so he must be used to not relying on others. I sit next to Mr. Snail on his bed and stare at his sleeping face. He appears much more cherubic when he's asleep. Can we have a CG for that? I want a Sleepy Snail CG. Speaking of which, what's going to happen now? Now that he's announced he's single, there's no need for me to pretend to be his wife. Meaning I don't have to be in this house anymore. But for some reason, it was difficult for me to call this over from my end. I don't know why. That's called feelings, Lynette. Because I didn't want to leave Mr. Snail alone? Or because I've grown fond of this life? I don't really know. But if I still want to be here, I could remain silent about it for now. If something were to happen, Mr. Snail would say something. I left the cup of water by the bed. Good night, Shelby. Right now, I want him to sleep and get some rest. Starting tomorrow would surely be another day of hard work. I comb through his dishevelled bangs and kiss his forehead, like how a mother would to her child in the movies. I went to my own room so I could sleep early too. Ah, no Sleepy Snail pictures. He was pretending to be asleep. Or kissing her on the forehead woke him up, which is entirely possible. I put my hand on my forehead where she kissed me and sighed. I woke up to the sound of her saying goodnight to me, right when she kisses me on the forehead. Oh, okay. Woke up because you spoke. I froze up in surprise, but she left the room without realizing I'd woken up. What she did cannot be ignored. I remained confused while allowing my body to sink further into my bed. After returning from the bar, I couldn't maintain my balance. I remember her helping me up along the way. I didn't have the intention to drink that much, but I felt at ease when I was with her, and I ended up drinking more than I should. This was the first time it has happened. There never was a time I would drink until I lost my memory. Now that my drunkenness has somewhat subsided, I'm starting to feel embarrassed. It was the first time I complained so much to someone, and yet she stayed by my side without changing her attitude. I look at the side of my bed and see a cup with water that she brought. This wouldn't be here if I were not living with someone. An agitated sigh came out of me. I'm irritated because my emotions have gone to a place I couldn't control. It's gotten past the point of no return. I either have to give up or just bite the bullet. Those are the only two choices. He should be feeling some other emotions as well. See? He's feeling other emotions. I get up and drink the water she brought me. Tomorrow, I will return back to a truly single state. I wonder if she realizes that. But I couldn't be the one to tell her to end this life. In any case, I should go to sleep for today. I finished the water and put down the cup on the side of the bed. Then I remembered the letter. So what we have here is two people who are too shy to say that they want to keep living together, and therefore they don't intend on saying anything. And just seeing how it goes. Yeah, definitely both of them don't want to end it. This was a personal letter sent to me. It was an invitation to my middle school reunion. Does it have a +1 attached to that invitation by any chance? I thought about whether to attend or not. After a while, I heard the sounds of a shower running downstairs. She must be taking a bath. Right when I realized that, my cheeks became heated. I told myself it was the alcohol doing that. Yeah, definitely the alcohol! Not anything else. It's probably better that I go to sleep. I can't think clearly enough to make decisions because of the alcohol. I put the letter at the side of the bed and laid down. I closed my eyes and tried my best to sleep. Yes, sleep that alcohol off, Snail. The next morning. How hungover is a snail? I get up and went to the living room to see Mr. Snail already there. Good morning, Shelby. He doesn't seem very hungover. Yes. I see that Mr. Snail is making breakfast again. Bacon smells nice, causing me to feel hungry. Something about this is making me happy. He's not playing the devoted husband role, but he's still making breakfast for us. He didn't go back to his jelly drink life. That by itself made me happy. Yes, no more jelly drinks. Proper food. But I noticed that the TV was on. He usually keeps it off. I'm sure he turned it on to watch the news. Could it be that he's still worried about the press conference from last night? I hope there aren't any bad comments. I look at the TV and they were just starting to report on the press conference yesterday.
One night has passed since Shelby Snail, the president of Cupid Corporation, announced that he is actually single. The announcement by Mr. Snail, who was famous for being a great husband, has caused widespread repercussions, and this just in. Mr. James, a commentator for a program that once fueled the hot topic of Mr. Snail being a great husband, has begun an emergency press conference. Well, it seems we have a live relay. We now bring you the broadcast from Mr. James' press conference.
Oh dear.
はい、こちらジェームズ氏の緊急会見です。今ちょうど登場されました。
Interesting that the background still says hastily called press conference, Mr. Shelby Snail.
こんにちは、ジェームズです。昨日のスネイル氏の会見を受けまして、私も事実をお伝えしたく会見を開くことにしました。まず一番にお話ししたいことなんですが、あの4年前の会見は自分の早とちりで進んだものだったんです。昨日の会見を見た後、慌てて4年前の放送の録画を見直したのですが、彼は一言も結婚してるとは言っていませんでした。
So this is the person who was on that broadcast where that ended up saying he was.
CC の社長だから結婚しているに違いないと私が勘違いしていたせいで真実を言い出しづらかったのだと思います。
It's nice that this person is coming out saying, "Yeah, this entire problem was kind of my fault."
ですので、世間の皆様はどうか彼を責めずにいただきたい。私のせいで嘘をつかせてしまったのですから。昨日の会見もそうでしたが、スネイルさんはすごく誠実でまっすぐな人です。嘘をつき続けていたことも会員の皆様の幸せを優先にしてきたからだと思います。彼は自分の幸せよりも社員や会員様の幸せを願っている人です。一度仕事でご一緒しただけですが、よくわかります。
See, Snail, people like you, whether or not you're actually married.
ですから、そんな彼が独身だと分かったのはチャンスかもしれませんよ。婚活中の女性はぜひアタックしてはどうでしょう。私は彼の婚活を応援したいと思っております。
It's not that time at all. My snail. We stopped eating breakfast with her eyes glued to the TV. We then looked towards each other.
こんなことがあるんだな。
I think it's thanks to your good character. I smiled and Mr. Snail's gaze seemed to waver. I think there were some tears welling up in his eyes. But he shook his head and then made a dignified expression.
いや、彼の人柄のおかげだ。だが、彼にもらったチャンスを無駄にしないよう、今日も誠意を持って仕事をするとしよう。
Yes. We rile ourselves up and also picked up our forks to resume eating breakfast. Our movements are in unison, so we looked at each other and laughed. Oh, they're so cute together! Ah! Upon arriving at the office, the interview room was full despite being early morning. The customer support section still has phones ringing off the hook. I thought they would be complaints, but...
来てくれてよかった。 新規会員受付の対応お願い。もうパンクしそうよ。
Huh. Got a lot of new members, have we? Huh? New members?
そう。昨日と今日の会見を見て、新規入会希望と見学希望のお客様がたくさんいらしたの。
What?
入会希望者の予約もネットにいっぱい入ってるわ。しかも女性ばっかり。こっちも順次対応していかないと。
They're mostly women, are they? Well, I guess it'll be easier to get dates for Mr. S now that we don't have to be secretive about it.
あとマスコミの取材依頼なども殺到しているので、どなたか後ほどインタビューに付き合ってください。スタッフからの意見も欲しいそうです。
Sure. It seems that the announcement has become good promotion for the company. I'm relieved to see it didn't negatively affect the business. For now, let's deal with the new applicants for memberships. It's good news that we have lots of customers. I cooperate with the reception and other advisors and dealt with each customer in order. But
御社の社長と結婚したいです。
well, you can't marry this company's president because I'm going to.
社長、未婚だったんですよね。イケメンだし、お金ありそうだし。私、彼とのお見合い希望です。
He looks rich. Most of the new members were after Mr. Snail. Wait. I'm sorry, but regarding our president's status, he currently has 30 customers lined up to meet him.
手遅れた。でもまあ、予約入れといてください。
Understood.
じゃあ、順番が来たら連絡してください。
Well, Mr. Snail, you got a lot of dates. Understood. While you're waiting, perhaps I can recommend other members to you.
他にも年収良さげな人っている？
Yes, we do have numerous registered members that may fit your criteria. We did similar things to try to throw in recommendations for other members, while also arranging meetings with Mr. Snail. We spent all of our time dealing with the customers who arrived. By the time I realised it, I had skipped lunch and it was night already. Here's the thing. If we work hard, we can pair all 30 of those women with other people before they get a chance to meet them. Right? I'm so tired. I sat at my desk and fell over. Hopefully forwards, because then the desk will catch you. And not sideways, because sideways up an office chair seems uncomfortable. Wait, now's not the time to stop. I have to check my emails too. Due to the remnants of the Parasite 5, I'm still the advisor for Monsieur S. Mr. Snail, in other words. There were lots of applications just for meetings today, so I'm sure the web system would also send some arrangements to Mr. Snail too. I started up my computer and checked the system. I was tempted to immediately close the window. With just so many application emails. I wonder if Owen would be willing to help. Just checking each email and sending the member information to Mr. Snail will be a lot of work. But I have to do this. This is Mr. Snail's chance to become a real devoted husband. Something in my heart hurt at that moment. It's a sharp pain that made me blink twice. Huh? That stinging pain continued. It's like my body is telling me it doesn't want to work. But this is my job. It's Cupid I have to... My heart stings again. What should I do? I really don't want to do this. I have a slight idea of why this is. And I shake my head to rid myself of those thoughts. It can't be. I'm Cupid. I support people in love, so I shouldn't be jealous. Anyway, there are dozens of applications just for today. I need to report that to Mr. Snail. I first send a simple email to Mr. Snail. He immediately responded. From President Snail. I'd like to talk to you in person. I have some time right now. Come to my office. Shelby Snail. He said he wants to meet and talk. Another sting. My heart hurts again. But this one is more of a happy kind of pain. I put together a file with information of a few members and headed to the elevator to Mr. Snail's office. I don't think he's going to want that information, Lynette. I have documents of member information in my hands, which felt heavy. I get on the elevator heading to the top floor where Mr. Snail's office is. But someone was already there.
スネイル君、いやーすごい反響だね。聞いたよ。
Oh,
君へのお
this
見合い
guy.
申し込みが殺到してるんだって。
アンソニーすごい。
Mr. Snail looks at Duff with a frown. Both of them finally noticed that I was here.
おや、君はいつぞやの。どうだい？社長にお見合いの申し込み殺到してるんだろう？
Yes, I brought the data of our members right here.
へえ、すごい束だ。やっぱりこれからは婚活社長として売り出そうじゃないか。きっと会員も増えてウハウハだよ。
How about you go away, Anthony? We don't want you here. Mr. Snail goes quiet. He then stood up from his chair.
すみません、アンソニー先輩。そちらはお断りさせてください。
Yes! Good job, good job, Snail.
は？
この会社は私ではなく社員の力で成り立っています。もっと社員にクローズアップした広告の仕方を模索したいんです。
Yes, we shouldn't just be advertising this company based on the CEO.
おいおい、冗談だろスネイル君。そんなやり方誰も望んじゃいないよ。世間はたった一人の英雄を求めてるんだ。一人のカリスマ性を打ち出した方が客は食いつくものだよ。
それでも今までのようなやり方はもう嫌なんです。先輩のことは尊敬してはいますが。
Snail's just like, you fucked this up last time. I'm not doing what you suggest this time.
誰か一人をカリスマに仕立て上げれば、その裏で誰かが苦労をします。そのやり方ではいつか無理がきます。私の会社で一番大切なのは我が社の理念に賛同してくれるスタッフたちです。どうか再考ください。
Duff is dumbfounded at Mr. Snail's words. He sighed and shook his head.
スネイル君、君はいつか後悔するよ。僕のやり方が正しかったんだって。
Duff, your way fucked everything up already. I certainly wouldn't be working with an ad guy again who messed up my personal life that much. With his
はい。たとえ後悔したとしても、私は自分の信条を貫きたいんです。
Dear Snail,
若い若すぎるよ。そんな綺麗事だけで回るほどこの世の中は甘くないんだよ。君がそんなに育児なしだと思わなかったよ。こんなんじゃ CC もたかが知れている。僕は担当を降りさせてもらうからね。
Fine, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Duff storms out of Mr. Snails' office. The elevator door closes, and Duff is now completely gone. The room is eerily silent while Mr. Snail smiles wryly at me.
怒られてしまったな。だが、これでよかったんだ。
Mm-hmm. His eyes looked so clear. It seemed that he wanted to do this all along. There wasn't a speck of regret. We looked at each other and smiled. I agree. It's more like the president to be this way. I like Mr. Snail's philosophy. It's sincere and earnest. But is it just his philosophy? I wondered about that while still gripping the stack of member information. I have to go and show it to him now because I am the Cupid of love after all. Yet, I still couldn't bring myself to talk about it.
NANI? CC の会員急増か？なぜだ？計画は完璧だったはずなのに。
どうやら今回の逆境を利用してイメージアップにつなげたようですね。腹立たしい。
我がロミジュリウェディングに会員を引き抜いてキューピッドコーポレーションを潰す最大のチャンスだったというのに、あの青二歳め。だがこれで諦めるような我がさではない。まだまだ頑張ってもらうぞ MQ。
Final lesson. Ooh, swimming pool. A few days after that incident, in Snail's POV, obviously, I was swimming in the pool alone for the first time in a while. Thanks to things settling down, I'm back to my daily workout. After all of the commotion, I wasn't able to come here. It's the exercise that I've been putting off. So I feel out of shape already.
しかし、どうしようか。
While resting for a bit, I worry about something. After the business meal with a client last night, I was given tickets to the amusement park. They said, "Good luck finding love." My clients that I've always had dealings with treat me the same after that press conference. Many of them actually apologised for thinking that I was forced to lie. I'm thankful for such good people. But I was surprised that their usual statements just switched from "I want to meet your wife" to "Good luck in finding love." Everyone gives me all sorts of advice. While it makes me happy, it's rather embarrassing. They care for me so much, but I was worrying about it all by myself. I felt ashamed about that. But about this pair of tickets, there is only one person I want to invite with this. Are we getting an amusement park date with Snail? Because I'd like that. That sounds good.
誘ったところで彼女は練習ですかなんて言う。
Just the other day, she showed me the name list of members who've applied to meet with me. She's completely working as my advisor. It's obvious I have no chance with her. No! You've got to try, Snail! You just need to nudge her a little bit and she'll work it out! I didn't think I could give up without saying anything to her. And the life with her is still enjoyable. Even after announcing I was single, she's still willing to live in that house. If she hated living together, she would have packed up her things and left long ago. So she hasn't done that, and may still have a chance. Let's hope Snail isn't as afraid of heights like a snowman's with an upset stomach. In that case, I want to turn this nebulous thing into something more sure. Think about the ticket I tucked away in my wallet as I continued to swim. If I can't give her up, there's only one choice. I'll use that ticket and ask her out on a date. I will clearly tell her that this isn't practice and that I wanted to go on a date with her personally. Yeah, go for it, Snail! I then decided to tell her my feelings for her. At that point, or while you're on the date? Let's see if you can follow through with this. That night, after dinner, Mr. Snail asked me to go to the amusement park with him for some reason. Some reason! The amusement park?
その取引先にチケットをもらってな。お前さえよければ一緒に行きたいんだが。
I don't think telling someone how you feel on a roller coaster is going to work very well. Are you sure it's okay for me to go? You have many applications for meetings. I'm happy for the invitation, but I was surprised since he was so busy. To be honest, Mr. Snail has ignored the long list of applicants even now. I thought it was because he was busy with work.
前回のデート研修の時はオーウェンに行かせてしまったからな。婚活の極意を実践で教えてほしい。
Snail, you specifically told yourself you were going to tell her this was not practice. Speaking of which, when I was still the advisor for the Parasite 5, I did go on dates with them in order. I didn't know Monsieur S was Mr. Snail back then, so I went on a swimming pool date with Owen as his representative. I remember that I fell into the pool after seeing Mr. Snail there. It almost feels nostalgic that he refused to admit that his hair was wet then. Right, Mr. Snail doesn't know how to go on dates, so he's worried about the applicants. And then I should try to instruct him. I am the advisor and Cupid, after all. My heart stings again. Put my hand over my heart, still wondering the reason for the pain. I noticed Mr. Snail covering his face with both hands then. Are you making a joke about salt and snails, after all? Also, Mr. Snail appears to be very embarrassed with himself. President, is something wrong?
己の不甲斐なさを悔いている。
Excuse me?
いや、なんでもない。なんでもない。だが、もう一度言わせてくれ。
Go for it. One more time. Mr. Snail takes a few deep breaths. He then makes a serious expression and holds out the amusement park ticket.
では、私と、その、
Oh.
個人的な指導に付き合ってもらいたい。
He backed out at the last moment. Snail. Sure, understood. I will definitely join you in the training date as your advisor. I put my fist over my chest proudly. Mr. Snail covers his face with both hands. President?
練習すればよかった。
Snail, are you telling me that's not what you were doing while you were in the pool? You should have been practicing this conversation in your mind while you were swimming. Hmm?
あ、いや、では、当日よろしく頼む。詳細はメッセージで連絡する。
Mr. Snail hobbles off. I was wondering if I'd said something strange. Oh, poor Snail. A few days later. Today's the training date with Mr. Snail. Training date? Oh, she looks gorgeous. Thank you for waiting.
ああ、時間ぴったりだな。
Casual Snail. Mr. Snail was waiting at the planned spot, and he appeared much different from usual. I stare at him and then realise it's the first time I've seen him wear anything besides a suit. He's still wearing a suit jacket, but hey. He's wearing a casual shirt and jacket. Unlike his usual clothes, he's much more approachable and fitting for a date.
どうした?
No, it's just that I've never seen you wear anything besides a suit. You look so much younger wearing that. Doesn't he? He looks so much younger. No, you look wonderful. I smile and Mr. Snail makes a bashful look. Hey Snail, this is your chance to tell her she looks wonderful too.
そうか。なら、行こうか。
He turns to the side to hide his blushed cheeks as he walks off. But his stride was wide, so he walked far ahead of me in no time. I noticed one thing. Although we've gone to a cafe together, it's the first time we've walked outside together in a relaxed manner. He drives me by car when we commute to the office, and I don't know his walking speed when at home. It feels like he's hurrying off to somewhere as he trots off. I tried to run after him.
それで今日はってリネットそんなところで立ち止まってどうした?
Slow your pace, Snail. I'm not just standing here. Women can't normally walk that fast.
そうなのか.
His eyes widened as if he was surprised. It looks like he really didn't notice. Yes!
そうか。気が利かなくて悪かった。
He stops and stares at me. After hesitating for a while, he holds out his hand. Ooh, hand holding?
なら、手をつなごう。それなら同じミスはしないはずだ。
It just sounds like a business message. But this is a solution that Mr. Snail thought long about. Holding hands is the right answer for a date. Understood. I respond with a smile and put my hand on Mr. Snail's. We hold hands like a real couple as we entered the amusement park. I can see a Ferris wheel and I can see a roller coaster and a lot of scenery. We then rode the roller coaster and the teacup ride. We thoroughly enjoyed this date together. Ooh, so there's teacups as well.
実に興味深いな。わざわざ恐怖を覚えるなんて何の意味があるのかと思って乗ったことがなかったが。
Mr. Snail looked so happy right after we got off the roller coaster. We're still holding hands while we walked. Were you holding hands on the roller coaster too?
なかなかに楽しいな。ジェットコースターとやらは。
Isn't it, Snail? Roller coasters are fun. Yep.
で、なんでお前はそんなにフラフラなんだ？
I guess Lynette didn't enjoy the roller coaster quite as much. It would be like this if you ride the roller coaster 5 times in a row. Look to see you're strange for not being affected at all. 5 times in a row. I think it really depends on how long the queue is.
そうなのか。すまない。
Jeez, why are you laughing?
いや、お前のそんな顔を見たのが初めてだな。悪い悪い。なんだか楽しいな。
The snail laughs loudly, seeing me tired out. I've never seen him laugh this casually. Seeing his smile made me forget how he dragged me on the roller coaster multiple times. I started to smile too. This is like an innocent date between college students. It's a bit out of character for Mr. Snail, but that's what makes it fun. I'd forgotten I was the advisor and just enjoyed spending time with Mr. Snail. We hold hands and he pulls me ahead. We found out more about what we were both interested in. At that moment, I see an attraction where you would use a bow and arrow. A shooting gallery with a bow? Ooh. Look at that! Can we try that? Seems like an attraction where you test your skills. You get a special badge if you shoot all 10 targets with the bow.
弓か。大学院の頃にアーチェリーと弓道をやって以来触っていないな。
You really do everything, don't you?
自分にできないことがあるのが許せなかったんだ。
Yeah, everything assessed, right, Mr. Snail? I think Lynette's going to beat you at this, though. You're such a perfectionist. But I won't lose when it comes to a bow and arrow.
ほう。なら勝負をしようか。私が負けたら好きなものをおごろう。
Competition, is it? Yay! Then let's bet on that pistachio ice cream sold over there.
そんなものでいいの？
That's what I feel like right now. Yeah, you could get a lot more out of Snail than just pistachio ice cream. We decided to take turns shooting the bow. I was first. Alright, here goes. As the professional Cupid, the bow and arrow is my forte. Take a stance like when I used the Cupid's bow and aimed, took a breath and shot the arrow. I bet it's rigged. Oh. Oh no. Nope. It's fine. This isn't one of those carnival games that's rigged, huh? The arrow hits right at the target I aimed at. Seeing that, I struck a victory pose. Alright.
ほう、器用だな。
へえ、やるじゃん。
Hey, What are you doing here, Yuki?
すごいすごい。本物のキューピッドみたいだね。
And Raoul. Huh? I heard a pair of familiar voices and turned around. For some reason, Raoul and Ryuki were standing there.
射的か。僕もやってみようかな。
The mothers of the Parasite Five are here to crush the date, I see.
あ、俺もやるやる。次いい？
ならばこの4人で誰が一番うまいか勝負だ。
Now it's a four-way competition. Why isn't anyone pointing out why the two of them are here? While I was thinking that, I saw the president roll up his sleeves and started warming up. I missed my chance to say it out loud. Oh well. It's more exciting with a bigger group in times like that. I'm happy to see the president seems to enjoy it. I've never seen him purely enjoy doing something. Whatever he does, President Shelby's actions are always related to work in some way. If he's enjoying this, I want to cherish this moment. It won't lose to anyone. I shake free from the three and aimed with my bow. But the match was just a stalemate for the whole time. The president and I both got full points until the end. He hasn't done archery since he was in college, and yet he still drew with Cupid. Although I suppose she hasn't done archery in a while either. After the bow and arrow game, I was happily licking my pistachio ice cream. Although the bet was off because it was a stalemate, the president still bought it for me. Good on you, Snail. I look at the badge I got as a prize while eating the ice cream. It's the badge you get if you hit all of the targets. The president is also looking at the badge in his hand. Both of us got full points, so we both got it. That was so fun, wasn't it?
まさかお前がここまで弓が得意だとはな。驚いた。
I'm good with the bow and arrow, if nothing else. You said you hadn't shot it since grad school, but you were very good.
コツさえ覚えていればな。
いやー、でも本当に上手でびっくりしたよ。本物のキューピッドと戦ったらどっちが勝つかな。
Thinking about it, I probably haven't shot my bow in at least that long. I wonder who would win if you were competing with the real Cupid after all. Well,
それはもちろん私が勝つだろう。キューピッドなどこの世にいるわけないのだからな。
now I'm pretty sure if you played against the real Cupid, it would turn out exactly like this. And Cupid does exist. Don't say that in front of her.
いるよ。
いるわけないだろう。
You're the president of Cupid Corporation, but you don't believe in Cupid?
当然だろう。神というのは人間が救われたくて作り出したもので、私もそのイメージを利用しているだけに過ぎない。
You're taking advantage of her image?
人が信じるならいると言ってもいいのかもしれない。だが私はユーマだの神だの実証されていない存在のことは信じない。考えるだけで時間の無駄だ。
That's okay, because we can prove that Cupid exists right here, right now. A waste of time. I felt a sharp pain in my heart. It's sad to see that he refuses to believe in gods. I don't think I would ever reveal it to him, so I don't really need him to believe.
はあ、僕は疲れたからもう帰るよ。ラールの服もイメージ決まったし。
Ah, we're gonna find out why these two were at the amusement park together. Outfit? I've been wondering, but why are you two together here?
ああ、実はパラサイトハウス以来、ケイサイン君に専属スタイリストになってもらったんだよね。
Huh.
そう。姉もよくシリウッド俳優のコーデを手伝ったりするらしいからね。一流のデザイナーには必要な仕事だよ。
Oh, really?
今日は遊園地にぴったりの服を見立ててほしいって言われたから調査しに来ただけ。だからすぐ帰るつもりだったんだけど。
It's like he's trying to say he didn't want to stay for this long.
それより、あんたたちはなんでここにいんの？どういう関係？
We're here on a date, Ryuki. Huh?
あ、それ気になってたんだよね。結構仲いい感じだったけど、二人ってもしかして恋人同士？それは。
I was surprised since they changed the subject to us so suddenly. Ooh, okay. Quick save. I don't think saying it's a practice stage is the right option. I'm not sure if saying it we're dating is a good option either. Oh, you think that's probably wrong since you've been wrong every time so far, after all. It's definitely not the second one. So it's either going to be the first, be ambiguous about it, or make Snail blush. I think I like the option that's called make Snail blush. So you know what? I think we'll try it. Let's just make sure we're quick safe. Hello, Narwhal. Alright, fine. 2 votes for make Snail blush. We are actually lovers. Just kidding. No, why would you have to just kidding? We're not. I say that jokingly, and the president sighed.
冗談だ。
わかってるよ。嘘を見抜くのもシリウッド俳優の必要スキルだからね。
After saying that, Raoul winked at me. Detect lies? Did something bad happen in the past? While I was thinking that, Raoul took out a thick book from his pocket.
それより弓矢を扱う神について君と語り合いたいんだけど。
そういうのいいから帰るよ、ラウル。
Raoul looked dissatisfied as he was dragged off by Ryuki. They actually seem to make a good team. I turn to my side and see the president with mixed emotions. Maybe that wasn't a good thing to joke about. And on that note, we're going to load back in. And change the subject. For a moment, I look at the president's face. I remember that it's no longer a secret that he's out looking for someone to marry. I could have said it was for practice, but seeing how much fun the president was having stopped me from doing that. Even I wouldn't have wanted to call it practice when it was so fun. So I decided to change the subject. I put my finger over my lips. Secret. Look at his face.
秘密？ こと。
Yuki seemed to read between the lines and nodded. He grabbed the back of Raoul's neck. Like his actual neck!
じゃあ僕たちはもう行くからごゆっくり。
Ryuki's just like, I see. Seems like we're in the way. Let's go!
またね。
Seeing the tiny Ryuki drag the tall Raoul was a strange sight. The misunderstanding caused the president to look at me with an awkward expression.
なんで秘密だなんて言ったんだ。
No reason. What did you want me to tell them, Shelby? I teasingly say his name and then the president blushes. So this was the make him blush option.
特にない。ほら、次に行くぞ。
There's the hearts! Hearts get. The president puts the badge in his pockets and walks off. He's not walking so fast that I couldn't catch up. You know, I feel like we should check. What is our heart level now? That hasn't gone up all that much. What? How can we only be at 20? Huh? Check the flowchart while we're here. We're here. There's a potential bad end there. And there. And then this will be the good end, right? He's matching his stride with mine. He's embarrassed, but doesn't forget about me. That makes me happy. I follow behind him and start walking alongside him. We continued going on the various attractions and also went shopping. By the time I realised it, it was already night. We look at the darkened sky and walk around town. Phew, that was a fun day. I'm sad that we didn't get a CG for this date because I want to see the full version of this outfit. I'm getting hungry, so how about we get something to eat? What would you like, President?
ああ、それだか。ホテルのディナーを予約してある。
Dinner reservation at a hotel. Oh, really? See, Snail does know how to do dates.
ああ、こういうものは男が準備しておくものだと本に書いてあったからな。
Hook, did you review before coming today?
ああ。
He's so earnest as usual. But the old president wouldn't even have bothered to review. As always, you're such a perfectionist. You get full marks.
すべて SS だから
He mumbled that while making a wry smile. It's almost as if he's saying it's not good to be SS.
だ。じゃあ、行こう。こっちだ。
The president resumes walking again, with a hurried stride. Hey, don't leave your date behind again! For some reason he looked nervous. He's forgotten about his walking speed because he was preoccupied with something. Speaking of which, the president has been acting strange all day. It was the same at the amusement park. Right when I thought he was smiling innocently, he frowns while brooding over something. It's like there's something worrying him. I still don't know what it may be about. It's about you! I jog after him in hopes that he'll talk about it. The dinner at the high-class restaurant went rather awkwardly. Oh no, they're not talking. We quietly finished the full-course meal without saying a word. We didn't have that innocent joy we shared earlier. The president has a deep wrinkle between his brow. He's deep in thought for something. President?
なんだ
I was just wondering what may be wrong since you haven't said anything.
そうか。すまない。気を使わせたな。
Not at all. Something is definitely wrong. He's been glancing at his phone the whole time and checking the inside of his suit. Could it be that he has some work emails he wants to check? He might want to reply to them, but he's holding back because we're on a date. President, you don't have to mind me.
遠慮何を
You look like you want to reply to work emails. I pointed his phone and he gasped before putting it in his pocket.
ああ、いや、そういうわけではない。そもそも、今日はメールの通知をオフにしてある。
He turned the email notifications off for the day? Wow. Oh, really? That's not like his usual workaholic self. I felt my heart pound a little harder knowing that he's focused on today's date. Wasn't today's date supposed to be training for his matchmaking? Or is it...
リネット。
Dun-dun. The president called my name with a stilted expression. I sat up straight, sensing that it was something serious. I quietly waited for him to speak, but he opened and closed his mouth repeatedly in search of the right words. Goldfish snail. Then he looked resolute.
実は今日はお前に伝えたいことがあって。
Drum roll, please. He said that hesitatingly while he reached for his suit pocket. But then someone called out to him at the next moment.
もう、スネ
No!
ール君ではないですか。この間の会見見ましたよ。
No! Bad man, go away!
あ、これはお世話になっております。
Hey, isn't this person... I've seen him in a magazine somewhere. I think it's the chairman of a major car company that has business dealings with us.
まさか愛妻家と噂されているスネール君が独身だったとは驚きましたよ。
は、恐縮です。
だがおかげで世の独身女性に君の妻になるチャンスが巡ってきたというわけだ。
Don't tell me you have a daughter that you'd like to marry off.
実はうちの娘も君を狙っていてな。と、失礼、そちらの女性は
disturbing someone's date to say, oh, my daughter's interested in you.
彼女は私の担当アドバイザーです。我が社のブライダルアドバイザーでして、優秀なので婚活の指導をしてもらっているんです。
That was a smooth explanation. It's the correct thing to say, but I felt heavy-hearted for some reason. Yeah, you should have just said... that choose your dates. Should have just gone for it, Snail. I see. That's right. My state was for giving him pointers on his search for a marriage partner. I thought I already knew this, but there was a slight hope that maybe it was something different. Because I was hoping for it, it made me sad. But that is an emotion that was based on an assumption. To matchmake someone else is my job and life. Being described as such should be something I'm happy about. Pleased to meet you. I'm a bridal advisor for Cupid Corporation. My name is Lynette Mirror.
どうも、はじめまして。確かに優秀そうな女性だ。ぜひうちの娘が困った時には頼みます。
Yes, I will definitely help your daughter to find a husband that is definitely not this man. Yes, you can count on us. I respond with a business smile. The chairman then exchanged a few more words with President Shelby before returning to his table. We're now alone again, but he appears to be a bit more distant than earlier. Because there were some work-related talks in between, the illusion of a date had dissipated. No, Snail, don't think you've lost your chance. You still have the opportunity. You can still tell her your feelings. I believe in you. The President finally took his hand out of his chest pocket inside his suit.
ワインのおかわりはどうだ?
Oh, then can I have a red?
Ah.
The President glances over to beckon a waiter and chooses a wine. I still don't know what the President was going to say before that person came over. And I guess you never will. Boo. We quietly finished our dinner and returned home. I wonder why, but both the President and I didn't want to go home yet. We naturally walked in the opposite direction of home. By the time we realised it, we were at the top of the hill where we can see the nightscape. Okay, we have another chance! We have another chance! It's not over yet! CG! Isn't Lynette gorgeous though? It's so pretty. Look at that. Aww. Wow, that's beautiful. The scenery below us glittered like a jewel box. I didn't know Lost York had a place like this.
ここも私が一人になりたい時によく来る場所だ。
Also, look at his face, it's so gentle. Ah. Then it's not just the bar.
Ah.
We glance at each other and smile. I'm happy that I know two of his secret hideouts. So he brought me over to a place where he wants to be alone. When I realised that, my cheeks suddenly turned hot and my heart started beating faster. My hair is wavering in the wind and I started getting restless at the fact we're alone together. I suddenly was unable to look at his face. I looked under me instead. The cold night breeze gushes past my shoulders. I shiver due to the cold.
寒いか?
A little bit.
ならこれを着ていろ.
I felt something warm fall on my shoulders. I look and see that the President put his jacket over me. Are you sure?
な、私は寒くないからな.
He smiles with him with his shirt on. He smoothly places his arm around my shoulder as if to warm me up. He pulls me closer and I can feel his heat. The sense of his cologne brushed under my nose. Oh, this fragrance... think I've smelled this before in his room, but it seems a little bit different this time. I think it's because the smell is mixed with the president's own scent. It's the scent of a man. And I realised that, so it made my heart pound faster. Huh? What do I do? Why? I'm Cupid, the god of matchmaking. I'm supposed to be the president's advisor. Today was supposed to be a practice date. That's what the president said when he invited me. But it doesn't feel that way right now. The president just is escorting me around so naturally. He holds me firmly around my shoulder as if he doesn't want to let me go.
今日はありがとう。楽しかった。
Really?
なあ、誰かとのデートでこんなに楽しかったのは初めてだ。
How many dates have you actually gone on though? He made a slightly troubled smile.
お前はどうだった？
Me? I thought about the day when he asked me that. Wait, I thought about the day when he asked me that. We rode on amusement park attractions, shot some arrows, ate pistachio ice cream. We both got matching badges. I remembered the badge in my pocket and tucked it over my skirt. This was the first thing I have that's matching with the president. A matching pair. Just thinking about that brings me joy. I think there's something odd about me today. It's different from usual. I look up and see the president with a serious expression. His gaze makes me at a loss for words. This is my own premonition. Even if I didn't shoot my Cupid's bow, or even with Lady Juno not around, a time will come. At the same time, I remembered the president's words.
前回のデート研修の時はオーウェンに行かせてしまったからな。婚活の極意を実践で教えてほしい。
Shouldn't be remembering those ones.
彼女は私の担当アドバイザーです。我が社のブライダルアドバイザーでして優秀なので婚活の指導をしてもらっているんです。
Snail has inadvertently shot himself in the foot. That's right, I'm the advisor, and the president will likely seek my opinion on the matter. Not forget that my role is to be his advisor. Setting that aside, I'm Cupid. This is my own misunderstanding. It's a fake premonition that my own desires showed me. I look away from his gaze and smiled at the night scenery. Yes, I also had a lot of fun. As your advisor, you can say with confidence that today's date gets full marks. You can be proud of it. There was an awkward pause. The president then clears his throat and shuffles his weight.
そうか。楽しめたならよかった。では、そろそろ帰るか。長居すると風邪をひきそうだしな。
Sure. I nod and take one last look at the scenery. This was the first date with the president, and that ended the practice date. That's fine, we can go on another date with him sometime for real. Parasite infection. The next morning, the two of us ate breakfast together as usual. Can you pass the salt, please?
Ah.
I've become used to this lifestyle. A lifestyle that shouldn't even be happening anymore. In the end, I never found out what the president was going to say last night. For a moment, I had a premonition about a certain future, but nothing has changed. I'm sure it was just my imagination. The only other thing would be ending our cohabiting life here. This is the president's vacation home. He might want to return to his regular home soon. I'm quite fond of the life here, but I shouldn't take advantage of his kindness. Besides, being here was not required for the job. The contract that we signed came to mind. Then there were the payments. Those were coming out of the president's personal funds. This home and the bills were all paid by him. We're not a real couple. I think it's about time I packed my things. No, Lynette! Oh no, that's fine. If she tries to leave, he has another opportunity to tell her how he feels. I think I should go and find Cheese since he's gone missing again. I continue to eat while feeling a little sad at this. After finishing, I hear a familiar voice on the news.
Hi, good morning. It's the Los Angeles TV 7 o'clock news. Today, we will broadcast live from 6th Avenue about Gil Lovecraft, a writer living in Los Angeles who won the literary prize.
He's won a prize! Good job, Gil. Good job.
Just recently, Gil Lovecraft won the Golden Los Angeles Literary Prize for his book, I Can See Nothing But You.
Ah, it's an autobiography. I mean, it's not, but...
I'm going to interview his neighbors about what he's really like.
Oh, we're interviewing his neighbors. No way! He won a Golden Los York Literary Prize!
ゴールデンロサンヨーク文学賞か。すごい賞を受賞したものだな。
The Golden Los York Literary Prize is a highly respected award. The winner is reported heavily on the news every year. And Gil won that? That's amazing! Seeing Gil's face on the news made me open my eyes wide with surprise. Oh no! That's snail times.
そういえば彼は婚活の方は順調なのか。
I don't know. He didn't say much about the new project plan presentation. He's not a member anymore, so I don't know his situation. When he quit, I do remember him saying that he wants to go face to face with his lovelorn self. Ah, so he wrote a book.
そうか。彼は失恋と向き合うのか。
And I guess writing a book is a good way of dealing with your feelings, right? Probably. That's what he said. Maybe he's able to complete that and get rid of the lovelorn parasite name. If he was able to forget about his lost love, there's a chance he can find someone new. Yeah, I don't think he's forgotten. But Gil's book being titled I Can See Nothing But You makes me feel uneasy.
私も早く抜けないとな。
No! Snail! Don't! Nope. Nope. No ridding yourself of these feelings, Snail. You gotta put the feelings out in the open. Unless you mean ridding yourself of the prestige parasite name, in which case that's fine. The president looks at the TV with a bit of sadness in his eyes. He shakes his head and then stands up.
悪いが今日は打ち合わせがあるから先に出る。遅れなくてすまないな。
No, it's all right. Have a nice day.
Ah.
The president puts on his suit jacket and leaves. No, Noel, that's the bad way of doing it. His dish was cleaned off, but it's only been about 10 minutes since he started eating. He must have wolfed it down. I hope things are okay. Eating slowly should be better for your health, but the president eats awfully fast as if he wants to get but the president eats awfully fast as if he wants to get to work faster. We started the breakfast routine to appear more like a couple. Prior to this, the president only takes his jelly drink for food. He puts his effort into work at every waking hour. That was for the company and for his own prestige. If possible, I wish he would eat a bit slower. Is that so you can spend more time with him in the morning, Lynette? There doesn't seem to be any sign of him letting up as the prestige parasite. He was quite nice during yesterday's date, but it's back to work mode this morning. It sure is difficult. I chew on my toast as I look at the door the president just walked out of. The news on TV is still talking about Gil. I mean, I guess we should text Gil to say congratulations. Right? We're friends after all. I sure did. That was amazing for Gil.
ギルもやるわよね。それでちょっと提案なんだけど、あなた今日19時退社よね。
Yeah, I am.
じゃあさ、今晩一緒にギルのお祝いしない？
Great idea. Gil should have feelings. No, not this again. Not this again, Lynette. Lynette. Gil should have feelings for Clarice, so if she's celebrating with him, he would love it.
OK? じゃあ私からギルに連絡しとくから。決まったらメッセージ送るね。
Sure, thanks. Clarice walks away while waving. I'm sure Gil will be overjoyed. Yes, Lynette, I'm sure he will. Because you'll be there. Clarice is being considerate for Gil. That would give Gil courage. Gil is still suffering from lost love from Clarice. Then I'd better work hard as their Cupid. Alright, let's think of a plan to try to matchmake them. I mean, I guess it's fine matchmaking them together. I started getting to work while filled with excitement. It's the first time in a while that I really felt I was taking the role of Cupid. Ah yeah, because she doesn't feel up to it when it's people wanting to meet with Snail. What's Mr. Snail doing on the subway? He has a car! I was on the subway looking at work documents on my phone as usual. Today's business lunch will have alcohol served. Because it's close to the station, I took the subway instead of the car. Okay, that makes sense. Good on Snail, by getting public transport when he's going to go drink. I was also interested in the subway since she normally takes it for her commute. I imagined how she would look usually and I couldn't help but frown. And that's because it reminded me of the amusement park date. In the end, I couldn't say it. I prepared so many words for that, but it wouldn't come out of my mouth. But what if I said it and she rejected me? We wouldn't be able to keep going with what we have. I was afraid of that. I mean, there's no saying that you couldn't, but... But I haven't faced anyone head-on for over a decade. I can't help but feel like she's treating me this nicely only because I'm the president. She said herself that she was uninterested in status. Even if that were true at the time, something could initiate a change of heart. If I didn't believe how she expressed her disinterest in status, I wouldn't have ended up like this. I thought that without my prestige I would be worthless. I was desperate to defend my status. But if that were the case, I shouldn't be preoccupied with romance right now. I should have better things to do.
その観点で考えると婚活をしている場合ではないはずだ。
I opened the emails sent to me by her yesterday. There was data of Cupid Corp members. They requested to meet me. I want to live like a president's wife. What's life as a president's wife like? I want to go to parties. Most of the applicants have written down their reasons for applying.
社長夫人の座で社長夫人としての生活
A lot of gold diggers. Almost all of them expressed yearning for the prestige. It made me realize that it didn't have to be me after all.
大切なのは私のパーソナリティじゃない私の地位だ。
No, your personality is important! Lynette thinks your personality is important. I told myself to never forget. The world is made this way. That's why I continue to build upon my prestige. Why does it feel so empty? I've built upon my prestige so that more people would rely on me like this.
嘘。あなたも社長狙いでキューピッドコーポレーションに入ったの？
Oh no! Other people on the subway are talking about him! I heard some women sitting nearby mention the company's name. I jumped in surprise. I turn away so they don't see my face while I eavesdropped on them.
だってこないだテレビで婚活中の女性は狙い目ってやってたじゃない。うまくいけばこれで社長夫人やばくない？甘い甘い。どうせあんたみたいなのがいっぱい入会してるわよ。競争率高いに決まってるじゃない。でも社長夫人になれるチャンスだよ。玉残しだよ、玉残し。そんなのめったになくない？まあそりゃ私だって玉残しは狙いたいけど。
Marrying up. President's wife. Even here I hear the same words that I read in the profile documents.
本当に皆地位が大切なんだな。
Not everyone, Shelby! Nothing has changed since middle school. I realized that this is what humanity is all about. That's not true, I don't think.
おーい、今日はクラブ行こうぜ。みんなのドリンク代払ってやるよ。
Ooh, backstory. Oh, not very much. Not very much for flashback. I remember some bitter memories that causes a shooting pain in my heart. I'm not that same kid anymore. I've worked hard to obtain the prestige with the title of president of the Cupid Corporation. But what if I lost that prestige by chance? What if I'm no longer the president? I would become a worthless human being in the eyes of others.
そうだ。忘れるな。シースネイル。SS でいること。それが私の価値だ。
2 out of 10 law. Yeah, not enough law. To be SS, I must have prestige. That is the only reason my life is going so smoothly. She's helping me thanks to that. But if there is someone else that has more worth than me, everyone will go to them. That is what humans do. I look at my phone screen and see the list of applicants for marriage. I didn't even have the slightest desire to marry anyone right now. Hey, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You definitely have a desire to marry Lynette. Speaking of Lynette. I looked through the list of members while groaning. Among the members that I manage, I've had 3 couples marry since the start of the month. Others have changed their status to dating or are actively participating in matchmaking parties hosted by Cupid Corp. But there is one member that's still suspended his activity in matchmaking, and that is Shelby Snail, our president. So what you're saying is Melamie's doing okay then. I sent him the lists, but he doesn't respond. I find it doubtful if he's even reading it. Besides, when no one acted on his behalf, it had been years since he'd been on a match date. This is where his managing advisor should come in, but I just don't feel like moving forward with it. I get the feeling that ordinary methods aren't going to work. There are lots of applicants, so maybe I should follow up with him regardless of whether he'll accept or reject. Otherwise, it's rude to the members who applied in the first place.
何悩んでるの?
Ah, you scared me. It's just you, Clarice.
そうよ、クラリスです。ところで、ギルの件なんだけど、ギルからぜひ行きたいって返事が来たわ。
Of course he said that. Lynette's going to be there.
ってことで、今日の19時半にダイナーキューティー待ち合わせでいい?
Sure, thanks, Clarice.
どういたしまして。それで、何悩んでるの? 社長の件?
She can read my mind. Clarice points at my screen. There was a list of applicants for the president. Okay, no, she can just read the screen.
へえ、面会待ち120名か。すごい申し込み数ね。
120 people! Yeah, a lot happened since the press conference. But the president could be too busy. I was wondering what to do about it. I answered him the list the other day. Some members joined just to meet the president, so I thought he should respond even if it's to turn them down.
へえ、なるほどね。でも、うちの会員が増えるならいいんじゃない？だいたいこの人たちだって別に社長にしか申し込んでないわけじゃないでしょ?
Yeah, I did introduce other members to them, so some are making progress in dating, but they're wondering if they'll receive a formal rejection. Maybe I should go and poke the president about it. Yes, go poke the snail.
そういえばさっき、そろそろ打ち合わせから戻るはずってオーウェンさんが言ってたわよ。
Really? Then it should be faster to ask him directly. I typed an email to the president to confirm and managed to secure a meeting time. And with the increase in membership due to you, I was hoping you would provide some sort of response. After I finished my explanation, the president remained in his chair, with his elbows on his desk, motionless. His hands are folded, and he made a serious expression while desperately thinking of something. President, are you alright?
何がだ?
You seem tired. Have you been eating right?
なあ、今日の昼は会食だったしな。きちんと食べている。大丈夫だ。
Then what's eating you, snail? That's good. If you do not want the applicants to continue increasing, I can temporarily suspend all new applicants. You could also suspend all matchmaking activities and your active membership too. What would you like to do? The president continued to make a serious expression while groaning. He looked down with a worried face and then looked up at me.
少しお前に相談したいことがあるんだ。今晩一緒に夕食を食べられないか?
Is this another attempt? Are we making another attempt? Tonight? Oh, no, tonight's no good. Tonight's no good because we have that meeting with Gil.
先約でもあったか？
I do. I was going to celebrate with Clarice and Gil. I'm sorry. I do have plans with Clarice and a friend. Wait. Was the first one a thought? Yep, the first one was a thought and not a speak. So that's interesting. That she thought Gil and she decided not to say Gil's name to Shelby. Yeah.
そうか。忙しいのにすまなかった。では、明日の朝にでも話させてくれ。
Right.
では、すまない。これから通話会議が入っているんだ。
I understand. I'll excuse myself now.
ああ。
I bow and got on the elevator. While the elevator door shut, I saw the president with an extremely tired expression.
やはり、全くの脈なしのようだ。
No, Shelby! I felt quietly dejected the whole time she was talking about the other members. The eloquent yet emotionless way she described the other applicants was so proper that it made me feel pitiful. Normally, when a woman introduces other women to a man she has feelings for, there would be some awkwardness. But there wasn't a speck. In other words, she thinks nothing of me. During the date, she seemed to have enjoyed it. Now I'm second-guessing myself if that was just my own misunderstanding. But considering it's after that press conference, that would betray the current CC members. I should wait a little longer. Snail! No! She likes you as a person! He has a high sense of professionalism as an advisor. I'm sure she cares about me at least partially because I'm a member. Those thoughts made me feel further dejected. I couldn't say anything to the woman I like, and I feared losing our last bit of connection. I'm just a coward after all. That's why I will continue to work. I will make the company bigger and establish my status further. But a part of me wants to move forward with these feelings. That's why I was planning on revealing my true feelings to her tonight. It's unfortunate that I can't tell her tonight, but there will be another chance. Betting that Snail finds out it's Gil. And awkwardness ensues. I'll tell her tomorrow morning. I swore that to myself as I looked at my watch. I decided to get ready for the phone meeting. As soon as I was finished with my work for the day, I headed to Cutie's diner as planned. Oh no! No, Clarice! Clarice, don't do this to us! Clarice ran into some trouble, so she's going to be a little late. Or she's not going to turn up at all, and this was her playing Cupid for you and Gil. Where's Gil? I look around the restaurant and see someone waving at the back.
Oi! こっちこっち!
Gil, sorry to keep you waiting.
いや全然待ってないよ。で、あれクラリスは？
She ran into some trouble at work, but she said she won't be that late, so don't worry.
うん。まあ俺としてはこっちの方が好都合だけど。
Yeah, Gil's happy with the state of affairs.
とにかく座って適当につまめるもの頼んでおいたんだ。
Wow, thanks, I'm starving. There was a plate of olives, deep fried pasta, and other small dishes. Deep fried pasta? Alright. I think this should last until Clarice arrives. And I'm impressed at Gil. He's so sincere as usual. Anyway, congratulations! That's amazing you won the Golden Lost York Literary Prize!
ありがとう。
He puts his hand over his forehead and laughs bashfully. We eat a little as we chatted while we waited for Clarice. Yep! Here we go! Now Snail's going to see the two of them eating together and no Clarice, and get the entire wrong end of the stick. Yeah, I thought deep fried pasta would probably be really dry. It probably depends what sort of pasta it is. Like, maybe if it's like a... What's the one that's the pocket with something in the middle of it? Is that tortellini or something? That might be nice deep fried. Maybe. It's now about 7:30. I was driving alone. I suddenly had another meeting in my schedule. It was great timing. If I work, I wouldn't have to worry about not eating dinner with her. The meeting won't be a business meal or anything, so maybe I should grab something to eat first. Oh, he's going to literally walk into the cafe and see this. Oh no! Ever since I started living with her, eating real food has become a habit of mine. Good. Good. Should have been a habit of yours from the start.
こんなにも人を変えるものなんだな。
I was sitting in my quiet car while I laughed at myself. I changed my destination and turned the wheel. I found a place to park the car.
何か手軽に食べられるものは
I look around and see a familiar hairstyle inside a shop. And that surprised me. It's Lynette. She's in there. I knew I shouldn't be doing this, but I went closer to take a look. I then gasped. She was there all right, but she was with a man.
今日の約束はクラリスという女とじゃなかったのか
Oh no! But the one in front of her definitely is not a woman.
嘘をついていたのか
She did say Clarice and someone else, Snail. I felt a dull shock as if someone hit me on the head. I never thought she would lie to me. She didn't lie. She just fudged the details a little bit. And it was Gil Lovecraft she was with. The one who just won the Golden Lost York Literary Prize. Oh no, he's going to get into his head that it's about status again, isn't he? And prestige.
そうか
No! So she is the same as the rest of them.
やはりステータスか
Yes, a prestigious literary prize. Damn it, Snail! She prefers a man who won a famous award rather than some president of a random company. She prioritized this invitation over mine, and she lied to me for it. This invitation came first. It was already arranged. There was no prioritizing things, really, except for things that were already sorted. Why did she lie? Did she think she was trying to keep... What? What, Snail? Did she think she was trying to keep me as a sideman? I saw her laughing through the window with lots of emotion. Only a panel of glass separated us, but she felt so far away. Damn it. No, the misunderstanding! Cupid's first love. Out of interest, where are we now? I like that I can look at the play chart. Oh, okay, we got a potential bad one coming up. I wake up to the sunlight shining through, and I stretch in bed. Today is a day off, so I got to sleep in for the first time in a while. Excuse me. Still, Gil and Clarice really didn't seem like there was a chance between the two. Last night I tried to stick those two together as Cupid, but Clarice kept her guard up too firmly. There was no opening for Gil to get through to. On top of that, Clarice asked me about my relationship with the president on the way back. Because she found out that the president is single, she's wondering about why I'm so close with him. Clarice knows what's up! What? But when we met a client, he introduced me as his managing advisor. It's because he was embarrassed.
それも私には照れ隠しに思えるけど。っていうかもしかしてあなたも社長のこと好きなんでしょう。
Clara's the only one with actual people skills. は？
だってそうじゃなきゃそんなに寂しそうな顔しないでしょ。
That's what Clarice said to me. President Shelby likes me? I told Clarice it wasn't true at the time, but I'm not confident about that answer. To be honest, I don't understand my own feelings. I've never been this confused since I came down to the human realm. When I think about the president, my heart feels fluffy and prickly at the same time. I don't know the name of this emotion. Aww, fluffy and prickly at the same time. Aww. Speaking of which, I wonder when the president is returning. I was wondering that as I looked towards the door. Yesterday, he said that he wanted to talk in the morning. Yeah, I think he decided against that, unfortunately. Because he is taking his misunderstanding and running with it, and not asking for clarification. Because this is romance fiction. I didn't confirm what time, but when I came back from celebrating with Gil, the president still wasn't back yet. By the time I went to bed, he still wasn't back. I was worried, so I sent him a message, but he still hasn't responded. But it says that he did read the message. Snail, that's rude, leaving her on red. I'm still worried. I should go to the living room to see if there's any signs he's back. And I swear, if he's left a letter down there... I quickly get dressed and open the door. I went to the living and actually saw the president there. Oh, he's here! Hooray! Can we talk like normal people? The wrinkle between his brow has deeper grooves than usual as he looked at me. Good morning. I'm sorry I overslept. Did you wait long?
いや、大丈夫だ。今日は私も休みを取った。話をしていいか?
We are actually going to have a conversation. Alright. A day off? The president took a day off? He's such a workaholic and he took a day off. This must be serious. I was nervous from the serious tone of his voice, and that made me stand up straight. Sure. I gulped, thinking about what he would be talking about. The president held up the piece of paper that was on the table so that I could see it. That was the contract for my role to play as his wife. Oh, that.
これはもう必要ない。
I mean, that's true, it's not necessary anymore, but don't you dare kick her out. Don't you dare kick her out, Snail. I swear. No! 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 That's not how you do this! For goodness sake. He says that coldly and rips it down the middle. I didn't even have a chance to stop him. Huh?
これでお前は自由だ。偽装結婚は解消だ。
Marriage fraud. The torn contract falls to his feet. I was looking at it, still shocked. I didn't think it would end in such a one-sided way. I enjoyed this life and liked it a lot. The president was the busy prestige parasite, and I enjoyed watching him change little by little. I assumed that the president was also fond of this life. But that was my misunderstanding. The president thought nothing of this life together. I realized for the first time that I was feeling shock. Shock? But why? I thought I knew. Even from yesterday's breakfast, I thought I shouldn't rely on him. I see. So I was the only one that liked this life and wanted to stay here. But I shouldn't think of it so selfishly. The president doesn't need me anymore. I understand. I'll leave within the day. No! No! Don't let her go! I looked down as I returned to my room. Luckily, I didn't bring much things with me, so the packing will go quickly. I felt so down that I couldn't bring myself to start packing. After she left this house, I was frozen where I was. By the time I realized it, night had already fallen. Doing nothing is a waste of time, I knew that, but I still couldn't bring myself to do anything. None of her belongings are left here. It's completely gone and back the way it was. Because of that, it feels cold here.
これで良かったはずだ。
No, you shouldn't have just let her go. Well, actually, it was less letting her go and more kicking her out. You shouldn't have kicked her out. I'll keep taking advantage of her because of the existence of that contract. I'll turn everything into a clean slate, push her away, and go back to living alone. That's the best choice. To be honest, I did want to keep her tied to me with that contract. But that will steal choices from her. I can't allow that contract to stop her from choosing that man. But she doesn't want to choose Gil! Because of that contract, I will continue to be fixated on her. And seeing her with another man will bring me no greater pain. I'm sick of all this pain.
彼女がそばからいなくなれば、もう期待することもなくなる。地位をなくすことに怯えもしない。これでいいんだ。
I don't want to experience the fear of being abandoned by your loved one. I want to eliminate that possibility by pushing her away. You realize you're just gonna hurt yourself by doing that anyway. You are causing definite pain for yourself by trying to eliminate possible pain. But I still regret it. I wish I didn't say that. I wish I could have continued that contract.
だが、そんなわがまま言えるか。
That is nothing but a work contract. Using that to take advantage of her should not be allowed. I wanted to tell her my feelings for her and become a real husband and wife with her. But it's too late for that. No, it's not! Chase her, go after her, tell her! While I was mulling over it, she chose another man. All because my prestige was insufficient. No, I'm nothing but a coward that couldn't muster the courage to tell her my feelings. Even with prestige, she would pay me no heed. But if I had the prestige that I could be proud of, even a little, I could maybe have the courage to say it. I then heard a message arrive from someone. I sluggishly take out my phone from my pocket and look at the screen. It said, regarding tomorrow's reunion.
そういえば参加することにしていたんだったな。
In the end, I'd put off on responding to whether or not to cancel. I didn't have the courage to contact them. But while I was doing that, I received a message from the organizer that they wanted to use the party hall of Cupid Corp. Is the organizer of your reunion taking advantage of the fact that you own a large building? While I was exchanging messages, I ended up having to join. The day of the reunion is quickly approaching. I do hope you charged them for the use of that hall.
少し顔を出すぐらいならいいか。
It's going to happen at the office, so I can just show up. If I don't like it there, I can go back to work. Yeah, you know, I guess... yeah, that's pretty good, actually. He has somewhere he can easily retreat to. But joining in this reunion can put my mind off things a bit. Now that she's not here, it's going to be difficult to get used to living alone again. I swear, if you go back to those jelly drinks... we haven't seen Lynette and Clarice's apartment for a while. The next morning, I was eating breakfast at home for the first time in a while, with a sulking expression. Aww. I didn't feel motivated to do anything while I continued to chew on my breakfast. While my stomach started getting full, I felt calmer after a night had passed. Now I'm starting to grow increasingly angry at the president. Isn't that mean? He just cancelled it all without discussing it with me first. President's always like that. He thinks about everything on his own and never relies on others. Jeez, now I'm even more annoyed.
さっきからすごい勢いで食べてるけど大丈夫？何かあった？
Nothing.
でもひどい顔よ。
I was born this way.
かわいい顔で何言ってんのよ。はあ、まあいいわ。そろそろ出ないと遅刻するわよ。
I don't care about the company.
どういう理屈よ。
ほらほら、拗ねてないの。夜に詳しく聞いてあげるから。
I don't have anything to say. Yes, there was nothing. There was no trust or friendship or love. It was just a business relationship that was cut off with a single piece of paper. I don't care anymore. That president can go and look for love on his own and get married to whoever he wants. I'm done with the food. I'll be going now.
いってらっしゃい。
Grabbed my bag and headed toward the door with big strides. Once I get to the office, I plan on giving that president a piece of my mind as his advisor, just to relieve some stress. Ah, yes! Let's shout at snail time. No? But... What? He suspended his membership? When I got to the office and checked his status, it's now said he's suspended. The reason he gave was that he was busy. What am I supposed to do with all these applicants? I shouted that out without thinking, and my co-worker in the next desk leaned over to look at my computer.
ああ、それ社長、今日の朝一に全員分の返事を打ったからって休会手続きにしたみたいよ。
No, we already responded to everyone. But if you already responded to everyone, that's one less thing I have to shout at him about. Huh? Did he just double down on his prestige parasite thing and now he doesn't care about marriage? I frantically checked the emails the president sent to all the female members who applied. This is my privilege as their advisor. I can confirm that his prestige parasite side has worsened. All reasons for rejection he gave was that he wanted to concentrate on work. What should I do? The anger from earlier started getting deflated, and now I felt guilt. I felt disqualified as Cupid. The president trusted me to be his advisor in finding a partner, but ultimately he suspended his membership. I felt shocked at it all. And my co-worker next to me looked confused.
そんなにショックを受けること？
I really wanted the president to find a wonderful relationship. But I failed him. Now I feel so sorry.
真面目ね。でもこれはただの建前って可能性もあるわよ。
Public position?
そう。例えば実際は彼女ができたから。
Huh? Because he got a girlfriend? I had not considered that at all. My eyes went wide in surprise. I highly doubt that, though. There wasn't a hint of other women around the president. If there was, I would have noticed it as Cupid and as his advisor. But of course, the possibility of that isn't at zero. Actually, that does make more sense for him suddenly cancelling the cohabitation deal. What if he really did find a girlfriend? Whatever, he's already suspended his own membership. That's right, my job is to be the bridal advisor. I have to matchmake for people who want to get married. I have no duty to look after people who've ended that search. But I'm curious as to the rejection messages that the president sent, so I looked through all of them. All 120? By the time I realised it was already nighttime. Done. I stretched at my seat and looked back at the work I did today. I received 5 new members today and also interviewed 3 current members. I also sent recommendations to people who've stopped being active. That was the kind of matchmaking work I did. As Cupid, I'm doing the right thing, but I couldn't feel happy about it for some reason. Usually I would feel energized whenever I did help matchmake some people, but I have this murky feeling inside of my heart right now. Whatever, I should just get ready to go home. I turn off my computer and got my bag ready. I stand up and my co-worker at the next desk pats me on the shoulder.
ねえねえ、聞いた？社長が婚活パーティーに出席してるらしいよ。
It's not a matchmaking party though, right? Huh?
さっき1階のパーティールームに入っていくところ見た人がいるんだって。きっと参加するのよ。
The president had a matchmaking party. But he just suspended his membership earlier. And was there a matchmaking party scheduled for today? Yeah, there's clearly a misunderstanding here from the co-worker being like, well, it's our party room. I guess it's a matchmaking party. I thought I'd kept tabs on the matchmaking party's schedule, so something about it seemed odd to me. Go investigate! Go investigate, Lynette! Or maybe that's just part of his work too. Although that's what I thought, it got me curious. If that really was a matchmaking party, I needed to know as his former advisor. I guess I could just take a peek on the way home. It's just on the way, there's no special meaning behind it. Keep telling yourself that. I think nothing of the president's search for marriage. I think. Even so, I'm restless as I head to the elevator. I'm walking faster than I usually do. When I entered the party room, I saw many men and women dressed up. Does the door on this not say that it's a private event? Wow, this seems different from the usual parties. Matching parties often have different outfits, and the people here seem to be very friendly with each other. Wait, Wishington Middle School reunion? I saw the sign at the entrance and it got me confused. I looked for a fellow employee to ask a question. So there is a sign at the entrance. Hi there, I'm Lynette Mirror of the Advisor Department. What party is this?
ああ、これは社長の通っていたミドルスクールの同窓会だそうです。特別に会場をお貸しすることになったんですよ。
So that's why. No wonder it doesn't look like a matching party then. This is the middle school that the president went to? In other words, it's a gathering of his old friends. Something about this caused a stir in my heart. What kind of child was the president? What caused him to become the prestige parasite that he is now? Before I knew it, I'd stepped into the middle of the hall looking for the president. Yes, Crash's reunion party. I saw the president standing in the corner of the room. Oh no, he's not being a wallflower. There's the president. I was about to approach him when I realized he was talking with someone. Okay. No! Not a lady! It's time to repeat the misunderstanding on the other side. The president is talking to a beautiful woman. I couldn't tell what they were talking about from far away, but the two appeared to be very close. The president then made a gentle smile, like a flower blooming gracefully. Time for Lynette to run out of the room. And then he'll see her just as she's leaving, right? The moment he smiled, I froze in place. I couldn't approach him further or leave. It felt painful to me. That was a smile he never gave me. And yet he's showing it to someone else. It was a nostalgic, troubled, and kind gaze all at once. I can tell without asking that the woman was someone special to the president. Oh, I see. He pushed me away so that he would be reunited with her at the school reunion. I was wondering why the president would chase me out without a prior conversation. But now it all makes sense. It was to approach someone special to him. She could be an old girlfriend, she could be his first love, or perhaps...
そう。例えば、実際は彼女ができたからとか。
could be a new girlfriend. Huh? I felt something hot stream down my cheek. Why am I crying? I quickly wipe it off with my fingertips and turn away from the president. Even when he's out of sight, this pain in my heart won't go away. It hurts. I feel sad. The pain is real. I understand now. It finally hit me. I came to a realization. The reason why I wanted to be with the president, the reason I was so shocked when he tore the contract, it was all because I liked the president. Tears streamed again down my cheek. Why did I have to realize this now? If only I realized it while we were living together, I could have told him my feelings. It's so weird. Cupid falling in love, and I wasn't able to realize my own feelings of love. My lips twist out of shape in my efforts to hold back tears. And I had no way of holding them anymore. My tears overflowed. The moment I realized my first love was the moment I lost it. I never imagined heartbreak would be so painful. I've helped so many people fall in love, but I've never experienced it for myself. I've been such a lazy Cupid. This is my punishment, I'm sure of it. I'm the reason marriage rates have been falling. I, as Cupid, didn't even know what love was. That's why everything went wrong. I realized it too late. I hate myself. I wiped my tears and left the hall. I don't think my mood will return to normal anytime soon. Okay, Snail, please tell me you saw that. A little bit earlier, about 15 minutes before Lynette entered the hall, I guess we're going to find out who that lady is. It's probably just an old friend, right? I'm here at the Wishington Middle School reunion. I exchanged pleasantries with the organisers and then leaned against the wall for a drink. I look at my old classmates and it brought back memories. I felt a twitch in my heart and knew that I didn't want to be here. I shouldn't have come. I better return to work soon. I put down the glass and tried to leave the hall, but then I bumped into someone.
すみません。
Oh, literally bumped.
あれシェルビーシェルビー・スネイル君だよね。
君は
I didn't remember her at all. It can't be helped because I did everything I could to forget what happened in middle school.
え、嘘覚えてない？シェルビー君にまた会ったら謝りたいって思ってたのに。
Oh, an apology.
謝る
I guess we're going to find out what happened to him then.
ほら、そのシェルビー君が初めて学年首席を落とした時に私あなたのことをからかっちゃったから。
I see. So you're the reason for his parasite. When I was no longer valedictorian, I remember it like it was yesterday. That sort of thing only happened to me once. Shelby, your name spells out SS, but you couldn't become first place in our grade. That's what the girl told me.
まさか君が
そうごめん私があんなこと言ったせいでみんな言い出しちゃって悪いと思ってたのよ。
Lady, you caused this. It's a good thing that she's apologizing, even if it's way, way, way too late.
シェルビー君卒業した日にすぐロサンヨークに旅立っちゃったから言えなくてずっと謝りたいって思っていたの。
That's right. I thought at the time that I would become the real SS and show all of them. That's why I entered high school at Los York. I then entered the first-rate Harvard University and wanted to strike it big at Los York. Yes, there were many things that happened. All of the memories started coming back to me. That was the reason I became the prestige parasite. It was due to my life back in middle school. "18 years ago, at Wishington Middle School." You know, I
今回
often
のテストも1位はシェルビー・スネイル君です。
I often wonder how school reunions even happen. Like, how do people go about getting in contact with all of those people? I don't have a clue. I've never had any kind of an invitation to anything like that. Not sure I'd go either, honestly. I don't know.
シェルビー君すごい。
かっけえよなシェルビーって。運動もできるし勉強もできて、ほんと名前の通り全部 SS じゃん。
皆さん、シェルビー君によく学ぶように。では今日の授業はここまでです。
You got a Facebook invite for a one year reunion? Really? The teacher's announcement, followed by the bell, caused all the students to run out of the classroom.
なあなあシェルビー、また勉強教えてくれよ。今日の放課後とか空いてるだろ。
ああ、シェルビーと俺は今日一緒に買い物する約束してるんだよ。
え、その買い物、じゃあ私もついていっていい？それで帰りにみんなでカフェで勉強しようよ。わ、それ最高！私も行く。ねえ、シェルビーくん、いいよね。
I see, so what happened is that he was super duper popular because he was good at school, and then he slipped like one time.
ああ、俺が先役だったのに。
いいじゃん独り占めすんなよ。シェルビー、それでいいか？
ああ、私は構わない。
I was always the center of attention. Whenever someone wanted tutoring or someone needed help with sports, they always came to me. Shelby Snail, the All SS. That was my nickname, but I didn't mind that one bit. I came from an ordinary countryside school, and I was happy that I gained so much respect just because I knew the school subject better than most. And that all changed after a transfer student came. Oh, I see.
はい、皆さん、今日は転校生を紹介します。クリス・クライム君です。
You know, Shelby being so good at like all the school subjects and also sports really reminds me of someone I went to high school with. She was ridiculously good at all the things.
はじめまして、ロサンヨークから来ました。クライムバーガーの支店をワラントンに作るので、社長をやってる両親と一緒に引っ越してきました。
Crime burger. Can we take a minute to appreciate Mr. Crime? Yeah, I like. I wish to take the moment to appreciate Crime Burger. It's the Hamburglar.
Ah, クライムバーガーってあのロサンヨークで大人気のハンバーガーショップの？
ロサンヨークから来たの？あー、素敵！服のセンスもいいよね。さすがシティボーイ。かっこいい。
crime burger a legitimate business.
しかも今社長やってる両親って言わなかった？社長の息子？嘘嘘、超お金持ちじゃん。
Right, so basically everything that Shelby's done has been because of this guy. To try and become more like this guy by the seeming of it. Lost York, owning a company. Chris Crimes created a storm at Wishington Middle School. He was a fashionable city boy that came from Lost York, the son of a famous burger shop. That was enough to cause a commotion in the countryside. Yes, that was supposed to be all.
はい、今回のテストも1位はシェルビー・スネイル君です。みんなよく見習うように。それでクリス・クライム、お前はもうちょっと授業をよく聞くように。今回も赤点だったぞ。
Oh?
さあせん。
もうクライムくん全然反省してない。でもクリスくんはそれでよくない？ガリ弁よりいいじゃん。
Oh dear. Okay, so he turned up in all his posh city boy ways and attracted everyone's attention.
そうそう、俺別に勉強だけが人生だと思ってないんで。だからみんな今日は一緒にクライムバーガーの新店舗に遊びに行こうぜ。全部おごってやるよ。
I see. I see. I see. He's buying his way into being popular with burgers.
クライムくん素敵。行く行く。クリスくん最高。
Crime is the best.
あ、シェルビーも一緒に来てくれよ。それでこのバカな俺に勉強教えてくんない？
悪いが遠慮しておく。勉強の予定があるんだ。
さすがガリ弁、俺にはできねえよ。
They had intended on maintaining the same life, but why did it change so much? And I'm sure it will all cool down eventually. Everyone is just interested in what's new. And burgers. Yes, it will all go back to normal. That's what I thought.
え、嘘！あなたクライムくんと付き合うの？めっちゃ勝ち組じゃん。羨ましい。私も狙ってたのに。
The girls had gathered and are talking up a storm. I stopped walking when I saw the girl in the centre of the conversation. She was the one I wanted to ask out. She was the most popular girl in school, and now she's dating Chris Crime. Everything went downhill from there. I couldn't concentrate on my studies from the shock. I finally fell from my throne of first place in academics.
今回の主席は、ボブ君です。
嘘。シェルビーくんじゃないの？どういうこと？
スネイル、どうしたんだ？お前のテスト散々じゃないか。
Ooh, no.
クリスよりも下だったぞ。何があった？
Worse than Chris. That's quite a fall from grace.
え、マジ？やった！俺頭良くなった。
言っておくがクリス、スネイルの順位が落ちただけでお前は全然良くなってないからな。
Crime never pays. He gets it all from his parents anyway. Right.
厳しい。でもシェルビー君が1位じゃないなんて意外だな。そう思わない？
確かに。シェルビー君って名前 SS なのに学年1位取れなかったんだ。なんて。SS なのに SS じゃないってウケる。
Hit the wrong button.
やっぱ大切なのは遊びだよな。ってことでシェルビーも一緒に遊ぼうぜ。今日なら特別に SS でなくて残念会ってことで何でも食い物おごってやるよなあ。
シェルビー君ばっかずるい。私もおごってよ。私も。
もうしょうがねえな。じゃあ今日は俺がシェルビーに勝った記念ってことで全員におごってやるよ。
It seems to have stopped being a commiseration for Shelby.
これだからクリス君好き。
What, because he feeds you burgers? Free burgers. These people are all very punchable, aren't they?
最高。私、街に新しくできたアイスショップ行きたい。
Yeah, I don't think Chris is going to treat you to ice cream. I'm pretty sure he's going to treat you to burgers. I failed my exams from the shock of a broken heart. I was instantly turned into the class clown. So this is how it is. I realised it then. I'm Shelby Snail. I must be SS. He was loved just because he was rich. And like him, I must always be SS. All the girls only look at one's status. Chris Crime was a rich man from the big city. Everyone chooses him over me. Prestige, money, brains, status, that's everything in this world. No one cares about my performance in academics or sports. Wait. But academics is brains. Prestige is everything. Without that, no one will pay me any attention.
Soか。あの時の。
After that, I stopped chasing after love and continued to build upon my prestige. I hated the atmosphere of the slow countryside. I hated how my parents had no intention of bettering themselves. I then entered high school in Los York. After that, I discarded everything that wouldn't benefit my prestige. I did everything that was necessary to gain status, including my studies. I did archery, skiing, cooking, even marksmanship. I mastered everything that was said to have value in Los York. I had a few friends who would take me to meet potential dates, but I thought romance was a waste of time. I tried developing a dating app instead. With that, I started my own business. I did it all while attending college and graduate school, where I learned how to run a business. I started my business to make finding love as efficient as possible, but I didn't think I would have so much difficulty myself.
シェルビー君？わあ、久しぶり。来てたんだね。
Why are you surprised he's here? It's literally in his building. I look up and gasp. Another woman ran up to me. It was the female student that was the most popular in my grade. She was the one who was dating Chris Crime, the girl who broke my heart. And I bet she's going to be pursuing him now.
久しぶりだな。
Those words came out smoothly. It seems that the pain of the broken heart had vanished. That's to be expected because I'd fallen for another woman, Lynette, and also had my heart broken by her. Nah, you broke it yourself.
ニュース見たよ。すごいね。相変わらずシェルビー君って誠実で、やっぱりさすがクラス一の人気者って感じだった。
クラス一の人気者はクリス・クライムだっただろ。
ああ、そっか。シェルビー君はロサンヨークに進学したから知らないんだっけ？実はあの後結構大変でさ。
Yes, let's have the tea on Chris Crime, huh?
そうそう。クリス君って実家が金持ちじゃない？だからだんだん態度が横柄になってて、
金払えば何でも許されるって感じでさ。
Ah, he was your typical asshole rich kid. Understood.
それであなたも1年付き合っただけですぐ別れたのよね。その話はもういいから。
クリス・クライムと別れたのか。
もう十何年も前の話よ。あの頃はほら子供だったからさ、新鮮なのが珍しくて飛びついちゃったのよ。でもやっぱダメね。金持ちのボンボンって傲慢で。とっくに別れて、今はワラントン大学で出会った人と結婚して、のんびり3児の母をやってるわ。
I'm very glad she isn't about to try and flirt with Shelby. Good on her for breaking up with the asshole and finding someone better.
今じゃすっかりワラントン子よね。うちも全然地元出られないもん。だから同窓会がここでびっくりしちゃった。
Yeah, that's a good point. Why is the reunion for a middle school in Washington being held in Los York? Why isn't...
そうか。
そうそう。だから私たちからしてみたら、クラス一の人気者は今でもシェルビー君よ。ねえ。
The girls were talking while in high spirits and a welcoming mood, but all I could do was be surprised and dumbfounded. So that was what transpired. Despite having status, Chris Crime was not popular. Even with status, it didn't work out for him, and...
私は彼らの中でずっとクラス一の人気者だったのか。
I was going to show them up. I was to obtain prestige and defeat Chris Crime once and for all. But there was no need to fight in the first place.
あれ、そこにいるのはシェルビー。久しぶり、会いたかったよ。
シェルビーじゃん。会えて嬉しいよ。元気だったか？
Everyone had gathered here, knowing that I would be here. Yeah, I thought that school reunions happened at the school itself. I mean, not that I know for sure, because as I said, I've never been to one. Everyone was making relaxed smiles everywhere. From my years as a president, I can tell that those smiles are genuine. They aren't made as part of a calculative intent. Old friends' smiles.
そうか。
Like ice melting, all of the fixations I had inside me started to unravel. Oh? Goodbye, Prestige Parasite? What was I fighting all these years? My old classmates didn't care about Prestige after all. It's given me the affirmation that I wanted through my memories. I won't say that Prestige isn't needed. Prestige is important as it will greatly affect how people see you. And I found out for the first time that it's not the only thing that matters. Hey, the first time? Excuse me. And so this is why he's happily talking. I guess he didn't see her. On the day after my heart was broken. On the day after you broke your own hearts, yes. They're very good at breaking their own hearts, these two. I fiercely focused on my work.
今日もすごい勢いで仕事してるのね。
Yes, work never betrays you.
はあ。
Yes, work doesn't betray you. As long as you achieve the results, that's yours and yours alone. After experiencing heartbreak, I decided to only live for work. That's right, I came to the human realm to show up Dad anyway. I need to get to work.
大丈夫？
すごく鬼の形相だけど
I'm fine, I love to work.
好きって顔には見えないけれど
Oh, Chi's back. Hi, Chi. Iris gets worried about me when she comes home every day. Chi also does the same. I have to continue working more. I take care of interviewing members who need help getting married. When I find people who struggle in finding love, I gather them and hold a romance seminar. The cooking, matchmaking, picture book cuisine is starting to get more popular. I improve it by observing the event take place. Yeah, she's full on Cupid Parasite, huh? I did nothing but work for days on end. For some reason, Auntie decided to pay me a visit.
Hi, Q ちゃん。元気？
Hey, Auntie Minerva. Totally great.
全然そんな風に見えないんだけど。
Auntie tilts her head in confusion while smiling. The sight of her feels so nostalgic that it makes me want to cry. Soon after, I hear voices in the seat next to me. That made me want to cry for other reasons.
あそこの人すごい格好してるねコスプレなんかイベントあったっけ
Yeah, that is a weird get-up for the human world. Bikini top, single pauldron. Lace gloves. Auntie really stands out. What should I do? What's going to happen if someone calls the police on her? I don't think they're going to call the police on her just for looking weird, but... When gods descend down here, they can take human forms or be invisible to humans. Auntie came to speak with me, so she took a human form, but her clothes are the same as when she was a god. Everyone definitely thinks this is some weird gathering. I compare the outfits of Auntie and everyone in the area, but the other people seem rather interested in Auntie.
でもハロウィンっぽくて可愛いよねどこでああいうの売ってるんだろう私もああいうの着てみたい
See, look, they're looking at it with envious eyes, it's fine. The people sort of see it as fashion. I'm relieved how open people are at Lost York. I turned my attention to Auntie and forced out a smile. I ran away from home to do this, so I can't complain. I'm totally fine. Lady Minerva, what brings you here?
そりゃもちろん Q ちゃんが心配だったのよだって私ちょくちょく Q ちゃんの様子を深海から見てたもの
Ah, Auntie Minerva knows everything that's been going on. Huh? Meaning she knows what had happened. I'm starting to feel a bit awkward about it. Auntie just waved her hand.
ああと言ってもずっと見てるわけじゃないわ私も暇じゃないものちょっとちらっと見たら Q ちゃんがすごい顔してたから様子見に来ただけそれで何があったのこのレディ・ミネルヴァにドーンと相談してごらんなさい
There really isn't anything to talk about. I just reaffirmed how much I like to work.
そうまあ話したくないならいいわでも私になら解決できることもあるかもしれないからその気になったら言ってちょうだい
Yes, Minerva, please talk some sense into this girl.
ほらあなたも知ってるでしょ D コンセンテスの十二神だけは
Oh,
人
no,
間を操る
not that
能
way.
力があるんだってこと
No manipulating the humans. Huh? Manipulate humans? You can do that?
あら 知らなかったの？でもそれぐらいできるわよ。神様だもの。と言っても完全にじゃないけどね。ある程度心に隙があったり弱ってたり、そんな人のことは結構簡単に操れるの。洗脳っていう方が正しいかもしれないわね。その人の正義に反することはできないけれど、ちょっとでもそういう気持ちがあれば、その背中を押してあげることができるの。
On second thoughts, please go give Snail a poke.
だからもしちょっと洗脳したいなって人間がいたら、このレディー・ミネルヴァに相談してちょうだい。
Auntie winks at me. I shook my head on hearing such an ominous suggestion. I won't need to do something dangerous like that. I don't want to go to such lengths to be with the president. Besides, Lady Minerva mentioned that the person must have that desire to begin with. But he does! The president thinks nothing of me, so brainwashing won't work on him.
あらそう？結構便利なのだけど。
Lady Minerva, you've done it before?
神のたしなみ程度にはね。
What does that even mean? Even though we're both gods, the 12 Olympians are on a different level. Their way of thinking is incomprehensible, even scary. And my dad thinks is no different. It's just out of this world to me.
まあ、Q ちゃんのその矢の力に比べれば可愛いもんよ。下手したらその矢、深海で最強かもしれないもの。
Really?
そうよ。あのジュピターだって恐れてるって話よ。
He does. I didn't know that. At that moment, a message arrived on my phone, and I jumped. On the screen, it said Parasite 5.
あら、お仕事のメール？
Yeah, do you mind if I read it?
どうぞ。
Although I felt bad towards Auntie, I checked my phone. I opened the email and held my hand over my mouth. It was an email from the producer of Parasite House. He said that he's in the planning stages of making another program with the Parasite 5. Parasite House 2, huh? After saying goodbye to Auntie, I was back at the office reading the project plan sheets of the program called Parasite 5's Future. On it, it was asking for President Shelby himself to appear instead of Owen as his representative. So I had to talk to the president, but the other four already agreed to appear. Gil, Raoul, Ryuki and Alan have all given permission. I've confirmed with the company and sent them the message and they instantly replied with their agreements. I didn't know this, but they had all still been meeting with each other to maintain a friendship. But the president... If I send him a message on the phone, he would reply immediately. This is work, after all. I opened up the message app on my phone, but seeing the president's name hurts my heart. This is serious for me. Fine, I should just go through Owen and have him ask for me. No! Contact him directly! I relented and contacted Owen instead. A few minutes later he responded with, he said it was fine. Well, that means all of the Parasite 5 will be joining. For some reason, my name was in the credits as a member that will appear too. Of course, because you were very important last time. Although it's part of my work, I'll have to see the president for the first time in a while. It made me happy, but it also weighed heavy on my heart. And after a few days of preparation, the TV program Parasite House has been revived for the first time in months. Mama Chorizo back again.
大歓声だね。みんなパラサイト5の愛
寂しかっただろ。実は僕もさ。ということで番組の司会は前回に引き続き僕、みんなのバンバーチョリソー
Is it still Parasite House and they'll live together again, or?
今回はパラサイト5のその後にクローズアップした番組だよ。ということでパラサイト5を早速読んでみよう。おーいパラサイト5、元気かい？
はーい、元気だよ。
相変わらずの人気だね、マウル・アコニット。婚活の調子はどうだい？
それが全然なんだよね。監督にももっと恋を知ってこいって言われちゃってて。でも最近は神隠しについて調べてるんだ。これがまた面白くて、かの有名なボットジェリの描いた絵の中にあるあの水母が実は異世界への。
Ah, Raoul, we've missed you.
その話聞いてたらこの番組終わっちゃうから、また後でな。ファッションボーイ、キャサイン君は？
まあ、おばあ様にはもっと経験を詰めってまだ言われてるけど、別にそれが恋愛である必要ないって思うし、だから最近はラールの現場に行っていろんな俳優のスタイリングしてる。
お、すごいね。俳優ならみんな美形揃いだから、外見パラサイト的にも問題ない職場ってわけか？
Ah, yes, because all the actors will reach his standards to be people, right?
それではお次、アラン・メルベル。火遊びは卒業したか？
A secret aspect dangerous desires. Nope. Doubt.
もちろんだよ。ちゃんと合意の上で一緒にシェアさせてもらってるさ。
それは男性側の合意ってことかい？
さあ。
オッケーオッケー。怖いから突っ込まないでおくよ。お次はキル・ラブクラウド。なんと彼はあの有名なゴールデンロサンヨーク文学賞を取ったばかり。超人気な作家に大変身したんだ。
We vote Alan out.
ということでキル、どうだい？失恋パラサイトの方は卒業した？
Also doubts.
それが実はまだ全然相変わらず好きな子には気づいてもらえなくて。
Yeah? Listen to that, Snail. See? There's nothing going on. He heard! He heard! Da, 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 da.
おお、なるほどなるほど。でも賞を取ったってことでモテモテになったりしないのかい？
まあ前よりいろんな女の子に声かけられるようになったけど、これはやっぱ彼女一筋だから。賞を取った後もお祝いしてもらったんだけど、全然俺の気持ち気づいてなくてきちんと伝えられるよう頑張ります。
Paris totally didn't show any interest after all. And neither did you, Lynette.
苦労するね、失恋パラサイト。それでは最後は前回は代理を立てての参加だったチーパラサイト、シェルビー・スネイル氏だ。
シェルビー・スネイルだ。
彼も今話題だからみんな知ってるだろう。あの誠実な会見は僕も見てて胸が熱くなったものだよ。キューピッドコーポレーションは今激アツだということで、パラサイトハウス、みんなの日々の暮らしを見ていこう。
And that's how Parasite House got started. It all seemed pretty relaxed at the beginning. Video replays of everyone's lives were being shown while they all talked about their own opinions. Much like a school reunion. I was just there as the bridal advisor to give them advice. We're still in the middle of the program, so the president talked normally. Although his answers were so plain that it almost seemed forced. But we still managed to complete the revival show of Parasite House.
Kanpai!
After the program ended, we were holding an after party with catering that the president prepared. We were also having a toast over some alcohol.
いやー楽しかったね。ほんと。でも今回女子スタッフいないんだね。
I kept them out because I knew you would be here today.
残念。でも君も前に比べてずいぶん美味しそうな雰囲気になったけどね。
Get out of here, Alan. Alan licked his lips while wrapping his arms around my waist. I smacked his hand. Yes, that is the appropriate response. It's just your imagination. I'm not in love or anything.
そんな嘘ダメだよ。俺には分かってるんだから。
あのさ、ピネット何食べたい？俺料理取ってくるよ。
Gil's like, it's my chance! Oh, I can get it myself. Thanks, Gil.
ひっどい顔。手入れしてる？
私か。
Oh.
あん
Snail
た
got
もあっ
sprayed.
ちも。前回会った時と比べて肌色くすみすぎ。ストレスかかってんじゃないの？
Huh? Me too?
肌の手入れは最低限の仕事でしょ。ちゃんとやって。
Right, I'm sorry. With my face covered in mist, I look to the president. My eyes start to feel hot again. I can't do it. Looking at the president causes me to feel pain. There's no way I can talk to him. I'm glad there's mist on my face right now. Because my face is wet, no one can tell if I let out some tears. That's a different kind of wet, Lynette. I cry a little in secret and went to the corner so that no one can see me. I don't want to eat anymore. I'll just stay in the corner. I sit down on the sofa and sighed. I then noticed some cute desserts on the table. Ah yes, there's always room for desserts, Lynette. What's that? There were cute red heart-shaped ones, some silver orb-shaped ones, also colourful bars. Ooh! Let's make a save, let's make a save. Placing bets on that it's alcohol in the chocolate. And she's going to get accidentally drunk. And spill her feelings everywhere. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, we can either... It's either that or we can just eat our feelings. Both of them are good. So let's try eating it. I take one in hand and eat it. Not shocked at it. What is this? It's so delicious. Oh. I've never experienced this before since going to the human realm. It's so sweet and rich that it makes me lightheaded. I wondered what it was as I continued to eat it. Gil came over to me while smiling.
すごい勢いで食べてくね。チョコ前は嫌いって言ってたけど、本当はそんなに好きだったんだ。
Huh? chocolate. This is that? Previously, Auntie told me I'm not supposed to eat chocolate. Oh no! Chocolate is bad for gods, huh? Oh, do gods just get drunk off chocolate? Or is chocolate bad for gods in the way it's bad for dogs? We'll find out. She did say previously that it was the demon's food. After hearing that, I avoided it until now, but I ate it without knowing. Oh well, is this delicious? I crave delicious things most when I'm feeling down. Same, Lynette. But why was I always forbidden from eating it? I thought about that as I continued to nibble. I feel lightheaded. Okay, she is gonna get drunk on chocolate. While I continued eating, my body felt hotter, like I was getting drunk. I never am able to get drunk from alcohol, so I thought I just held my alcohol well. Looks like I get drunk from chocolate instead. So if it wasn't even alcoholic chocolate, and it's still gonna get her drunk. My cheeks feel hotter and my vision starts to spin. Consciousness faded like someone pulled the plug. Oh, that's too drunk. That is too drunk.
じゃあまたね
We were aiming. We wanted fun drunk. We didn't want passed out in the corner after eating too many chocolates.
お邪魔しましたバイ
After everyone left the party, I was left alone in the cluttered living room. I don't think you're alone. I think there's a girl passed out in the corner after eating too much chocolate. I have to now clean all of this up on my own. I felt irritated at it, but started picking up the trash anyway. At least she's not the girl crying in the corner anymore. That's true, but arguably this is worse.
しかし途中から彼女の姿が見えなかったな
She must have went home. Gil also left midway, so they might have gone together. I hope not. So it seems that she belongs to him. But Gil said she didn't notice his feelings. That he's still the lovelorn parasite. What does that mean? I continued cleaning the house while worrying about the current problems. I thought I heard something falling on the sofa on the other side. Oh no, she fell off the sofa.
誰かまだいるのか
I walked over and was surprised. She was there, drunken asleep. Yeah, I agree with you there, Nick. The belongs to phrasing is no. Very gross. But
お前まだ帰っていなかったのかおいみんなもう帰ったぞ
I run up to her to help her up. The sweet fragrance of her body makes me twitch. This is not good. She's drunk and we're alone. She seemed so defenseless as she oh so slowly opened her eyes. Looking at me, she started to cry. What you doing, Snail? You made her cry. You know, out of interest, are we on the good branch or the bad branch? We're on the good branch. Getting drunk on chocolate is the good branch.
おいどうした
Because now we get to drunkenly confess our feelings. Right? Her sudden crying made me confused. She then made an angered sort of expression at me. Don't be kind to me. You probably think nothing of me. Yes, after all, you got it. You finally got it. Is she still drunk? She doesn't seem to be speaking properly as she continues to glare at me. I'm so dumb. I liked you so much. Liked who? I was frozen in place as she started to hit me on the chest while crying. You jerk, I hate you. I thought we were finally closer. It was fun living with you. But you cancelled the cohabiting so suddenly and you called me as just another advisor in front of that old man. I'm nothing but an employee to you. At school reunion, I saw you act all friendly with those beautiful women. I'm sure you felt so lucky then. Well, aren't you happy you found love? My feelings are just one-sided. I feel so dumb. You don't like me at all. I felt like her consciousness suddenly snapped then. She started bawling in my arms. Oh! That is not the time to kiss someone! Dude! That is not the time to kiss someone! Before I knew it, I'd stolen her lips. Her sweet and soft lips touched mine. Right, Nick? She is drunk! She is drunk and distraught. You could at least ask before kissing her. The asking is important. With our lips together, our tongues intertwine. I taste the sweet flavour of chocolate that makes me dizzy. She's never been closer to me physically. We kiss as I pat her on the hair in my arms. I was completely focused on this kiss. I thought she chose another man. That she thought nothing of me. I thought that she saw the date as only part of her job. And it was just a misunderstanding. Both of us misunderstood and went in such a roundabout way. I was so foolish. If only we talked. Yes! If only you talked! I would have found out that we shared these feelings.
誤解だ。リネット。私が好きなのはお前だ。
Huh?
好きだ。私にはお前しかいない。だから。
I take out the thing I'd kept in my pocket all this time in my attempt to throw the question. Wait, is he going to literally propose? Is that what he was going to do? Because it feels potentially a little early for that, but... I also like you. She smiled at me gently before slowly drifting off to sleep. Yes, because she's drunk and you definitely should not be proposing to her while she's drunk. Place your bets, place your bets. Will Lynette remember any of this in the morning? Exactly, Nick. I'm not sure she's going to remember this actually happened. There are traces of tears on her cheek as she sleeps with a gentle expression. She's still in my arms.
まったく言いたいことだけ言って寝るな。
This is leaving me really frustrated. When I found out we both have feelings for each other, that in itself was enough to turn my world on its head. The room was left the way it was since the day she left. I can just have her spend the night there. That's what I thought as I picked her up.
今晩はうちに泊まってもらうぞ。両思いになったのだから家に帰さなくても。
Say what you want and pass out is also a valid plan. This is true. Also, say what you want and run away is an equally valid plan. I whisper that in her ear and she mumbles something happily as she rubs her face on my chest. This is too cute. This isn't good. I hate that we now have feelings for each other, but we can't do anything about it. Even so, I don't want to be the kind of man that would take advantage of a drunk woman. You already did that! You kissed her! But still, I'm glad you're considering that fact. I sighed a little and took her to her room. We can talk about it the next morning. This time, I won't lie about my feelings and tell her everything. This misunderstanding started because I couldn't ask her out on a date like a normal person. That's true. Stale logic in hindsight. But now, looking at the time, I think I'm gonna leave you on that little cliffhanger right there. Which may be a little mean, but I'm gonna leave us here. So, thank you very much for coming. It's been fun. How could I? Easily. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter, which is where I post the stream schedule for the week. It's in my pinned tweet. The next scheduled stream is Wednesday, 7 PM BST, and that is more Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I think we might maybe get to the end. Maybe. So see you then or another time. Once again, thanks for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.